Joint planning is probably the most familiar aspect of coaching with most practitioners and definitely the most concrete. At the beginning of a visit, we would revisit the previous plans and we would talk through that and see how things were working, and then depending upon how that goes, we likely would then move into what our plan for the day was. And at the end of the visit, we make sure that we have a plan in place. It's the part of what they'll be focused on until we come back. The research was clear about the impact of having planning and what that meant for outcomes. It's pretty simple to ask the questions, what do you want to focus on? The hard part, I think, for us is to not say, how about you work on this, where we start losing the jointness of the plan.
I love a joint plan because families are focused, they come up with the ideas. There's so much better chance that they're, number one, going to practice and carry over strategies that we did. And then when we start the next week, we're all on board and ready to go. The goals that Hattie's parents identified were she wants to be independent, little girl. What she finds challenging is how to move her body from one position to another and how to move from one place to another. So what we've been trying to work together to figure out is what motivates Hattie? What activity does she enjoy doing? Hattie's so motivated by brushing her teeth. If we're thinking about where we might go with this, it looked like getting into the chair, we're still building that. Tell me what you'd like my help with the next time we come out.
Definitely trying to, help her get on this chair just because she knows already how to get on the other one. So I would like to do that. Okay. And obviously, help her, which is something that we always do to help her move on her own.
I have tons of strategies in my head, but a parent knows their child best. They come up with the best ideas or what motivates their child or what's going to work in their family, in their life.
Jessie and I have been working together for a few weeks now, and we've planned intentionally together around open-ended questions. Those areas have been interest of Jessie, and I've sort of helped her with setting goals.
When she came, we were thinking about, she was like, Jessie, and what else do you need help or something? And I was like, I have an idea, go help me with the open and ended question because I know my kids are toddlers and they love to be asking questions and all this stuff. What is the best way to have a teacher to asking questions to them, and they're gonna learn more.
A coach understands that the coachee is the expert in their own life. They're their own expert in their own environment.
I remember we were talking about the mentoring other staff in your classrooms. That's one thing I want to make sure we get to. Is there anything you want to add to the agenda?
I wanted to talk about some transitions.
So the joint planning usually comes from the agenda building we did at the last session. So today we knew we were going to talk about transitions in mentoring her staff because that's kind of what we worked on last time. So we talked about it a lot, and now she was going to try it over the couple of weeks when I haven't seen her.
No, I think I'm going to try doing some of these things that we talked about, having the kids come up with different ideas.
Okay, so that next steps?
Yeah, that'll be my next step is to work with the kids to find different activities to do during a transitional period.
The relationship building is really, really, really important, and we always need to remember that. So it starts with the relationship. It starts with building that relationship. Recognize it's going to be a partnership. You're going to do this together, and everyone looks at things differently.